G'day guys, welcome to the Blast from the Past. We'll be watching Greek 393 take on Mr. Tazzo from the Anzac Mile Tournament number 1. So this is a tribute for Greek, who just bowed out at the tournament, placing 3rd in the Anzac Mile Tournament number 2, losing to Constantini in those two epic matches. Also, this video, keep a note of my video quality as I am testing a new way of uploading videos basically. As we see Greek here missing a flag there. He's obviously improved his play since the last tournament, this first 1 versus 1 tournament. Everyone was pretty much new to 1 versus 1, and we also played vanilla maps like this workshop map, which is absolutely horrid. As you can see, Tazzo doing pretty well. He actually attacking Greek's spawn flag straight off the bat, catching Greek with his pants down there, as Greek has got the center point at this stage, and Tazzo has his eastern span spawn flag quite easily. But Tazzo does a nice MG play there, being able to cover Greek's spawn flag there and shut him down for a while. As I think Greek's the Germans, and Tazzo I think he's the UK, as he does like to go to the UK quite often. As that Bren has mowed down all resistance, as Tazzo is still capping his spawn flag, and the center is going to Greek. So Tazzo having the two outer flags, maybe not actually, he's just got this one pinned down I guess with the Bren. He's unable to cap it at this stage, as Greek can reinforce it very very quickly. So with these vanilla maps, it's quite lucky that we have found the R5 maps in the number 2 version, as they are quite unbalanced. Like this workshop map here, you can see Greek side does have that nice hill to hide behind. So Greek manages to cap that eastern flag and is moving towards the center just to consolidate his point here. So a good spread of his forces, you can see on the top left minimap here. Greek is actually quite decent in the infantry micro back in the days as well. You can see him splitting up his infantry, Tazzo bringing up a HMG emplacement there. Not something we've seen in this current tournament, as it's a pretty bad buy in the start of the game, as it can be quite easily countered and run over by anything. These days, as we've seen in this 1 versus 1 tournament number 2, most people do go 20mm, a flak, or Econ, or something of the sort of the AA kind, just to take out any light vehicles that do want to run over that MG. But Greek's best buy now would be possibly be a 223 or 222, and it can quite easily run that over. As Greek is now pushing that left-hand flag with some guys. So it's actually quite a quick paced game for a vanilla map, because the flags are quite spaced apart, unlike the maps we use, such as Tram, what was it called? That way, Train Yard, that's right, that was a horrible map to play 1 versus 1 in. But I suppose it's a 2 versus 2 map, that's one of the reasons why it went okay in terms of gameplay. But Greek here pressuring the points here, doing good infantry micro so far. He hasn't bought a tank as of yet. It's quite different plays from what we see these days, with people usually going some AA guns or even a light vehicle attack, but a lot of infantry play from back in the days from Greek, which was quite unexpected. I thought it was very much a tank player or a light vehicle player, but this game is probably playing nervously. You can see him behind the AT infantry as well. He was definitely not an AT infantry player either. Very very strange. There's a vet sniper there by Greek, as well as Tazzo reinforcing the point with another assault squad. Managed to take out a few Greeks guys attacking the point, but sniper there picking up the MG guy. Surely will be remanded very very soon, as Greek is holding to this point for quite long. 8 to 1, sorry, and Greek is in the lead, and Tazzo pulls up a full-on there it's a regular squad with a Bren MG kind, pinning down Greek's troops there, and with the full force of the squad was able to knock out any of those defenders. There's only a few guys left. That sniper's still taking him out, and self-destruct initiated. Wow, what happened there? So Tazzo just felt like he couldn't hold on to that point, but Greek has nothing there to take it. So if you keep an eye on the top right, let's see if it gets blown up. No, it's been remanned. Okay, Greek was the one who actually manned it and self-destructed it. My bad. That would make perfect sense. As the MG42 of Greek is getting pinned down by the multiple infantry from different angles there by Mr. Tazzo, and there is a Bren in that midst of those infantry as well. Should be able to pin down that MG42 quite good. So Greek has lost quite a bit of the centre. MG42 as well, guarding Greek's spawn point, which is a good play. But Tazzo reinforcing that point with that nice, I guess you can call it fence cover. Quite hard to penetrate, but Greek is sneaking guy off. May get a grenade off. No, grenade explodes, but only takes out one guy. So Greek only all infantry at this stage. Not the Greek we are used to seeing, or it's not the Greek that I remembered. Basically, it's just I guess he's playing safe by Tazzo here with the all econ here. So the gameplay hasn't actually quite changed that often. That much as Tazzo is going the all econ, which is pretty much a safe second buy in these days, because you can counter light vehicles and infantry, because infantry spam is very, very widespread in the R5 maps, just to get a hold of all the points and to attack multiple points at once, which is key in 1 versus 1s, especially in R5 maps. As Tazzo has also the MG, I think that's from the Blackwatch. If the Blackwatch was out at that time, I don't know which patch it actually came out, because this tournament was about a year ago or so. It could have been afterwards. So quite a static game so far. As you can see with these vanilla maps, it makes games quite static because the flags are spaced in a way where the spawn flag is too far to attack, and the middle flag is the flag that you'll usually attack most often. So a lot of grenades coming across. Greek just lost his full AT capability with one grenade there. There it is on the floor. So really so safe by Seabugger. Greek is spammed, saved for a mortar there, just to take out all of his emplacements. I guess it's a more smarter solution, maybe very cautious play by Greek. He's just wanting to slowly bombard away all his emplacements. It's a fair call here. It will work, but it'll take a long time. Very, very static. So not a good thing that we have moved to the R5 maps, as it's much more fun to spectate and also commentate on. The next tournament that's coming up is the Anzac Mao International. If you didn't know, you should definitely sign up. The link is on the YouTube page as well. I think it's challenge.com/Mao_int or something like that. And we have some big names in there. Stakor, one of the best European players out at the moment, is in there. I'll be definitely wanting to have a showdown with that guy. Also a few others. Imperator, there's Goodwin from the UK, and many, many Aussies, because we are the biggest and best community in the world. As Greek is not really doing much still, just bombarding away at his emplacements. Must have been really, really boring to watch back in the days, especially without any commentating. As here comes a safe buy. I think that's a Crusader. I can't see properly. What is that? I think that's a Crusader AA. Yes, it is. Okay, should be able to take out all the sandbag guys. But here's a Pack 38. Possible counter here. It can definitely penetrate the armor of a Crusader AA. It cannot kill anything, but it can kill that Crusader AA at this range. So it's good for something. One more shot here, Greek. You can do it. Ooh, decrewed. No. Is it going to run it over? No. The guy's going to throw a grenade. Oh, lucky. Just missed there. Tazzo has pulled back. So very interesting place. You can see in these these vanilla maps, there are a lot of straights here where a big gun can do a lot of things. As you see it on the distance, the mortar has taken out the old Econ, 20mm. Nice play there by Greek with the slow bombardment here. Pack 38 now has a shot at that Crusader at a pretty good range. Now I think the gun is down. He's repairing the gun at the moment. So Greek is actually getting pushed all the way to spawn here. Another guy trying to throw a grenade, misses. And Crusader's going to go charging. Is it going to actually run over that mortar? That'll be quite funny. No, hull damage there by Greek. So Greek gets the Crusader with a possible repair as well. Can Tazzo grab the dynamite in there and throw it there? Nice play by Tazzo. So even back in the days, it was pretty tricky. I keep thinking these days that we were much better at Malbat than back in the days. But it looks like some tricky stuff was definitely happening back in the days as well. Tazzo very slow to throw that dynamite and gets knocked out by the AT infantry SMG guy. So that Pack 38 here, still alive and repaired, and will be able to defend against further attacks from the UK team. So Greek is still bombarding away. That MG is being a pest the whole game, and finally Greek decides to run it over or something. So let's see how he goes. This is Greek's, I guess, what do you call it? His most favoured form of attacking, just running over things. So he may get decrewed. So the first MG guy gets decrewed. He better DC this now, so he can just run this over. And he should get it, no worries. And there it goes, finally that MG emplacement is down, but he's going dangerously fast, so Greek is definitely still, sorry, not still, you can tell this is Greek playing, as that was a suicide, as that Sherman there is coming out to take out that half track, and should be able to come down here and take out that Pack 38 too, as the Pack 38 could not possibly penetrate the very slopey frontal arm of the Sherman unless it turns its very, very soft, mushy side, as Greek is not doing much else but defending his spawn flag and bombarding the middle there. I think he's got a hole on, he's got an attack ground on that mortar at the moment, which is a decent play here, using the model to attack ground, as you can't always micro it in DC. It's good to attack ground on areas where you think the enemy will be, as an MG call. So really not enough Flak 38 calls. Back in the days, I think people would like to use this emplacement MGs, but really those emplacement MGs are no good in my opinion, unless you just really need something to defend a point, or I guess defend a point really. But it's not that effective, but it's something because it's really cheap and low CP. As Greek is still hanging around the middle trying to cap it. Still all of Tazzo's guys infesting the area there, and that mortar's just shooting at nothing for a long time. So that Pack 38 is going to be relocating as well to a better shot. Take a better shot here. So with a bit of bad bias here by Greek here, Pack 38 won't be able to penetrate this. No way. Oh, may have a nice side shot there. I don't think you can see, as Tazzo's guy is very dangerously staying in the same place though, just shooting at nothing really. So interesting play back in the days here. That's one thing that has been improved more recently, is when you're moving units you actually attack an area, then get the hell out of there after a while, as Greek has ample time to buy a counter for that Sherman, as it's got a side shot exposed. Greek has a nice shot here, so well played to Greek here, moving its thing to side, but no, its shot actually hit the frontal side, which is a big no-no. Oh, main gun as well, it's just totally missing the side there, so it must be in DC, as the front is turned and it won't be penetrated now by that Pack 38. Ooh, another side shot, maybe possibly there. No, it's going to go to the distance beyond that wall there, so it's in the safety now. Greek had a perfect shot there, so that could have been the game changer there, allowing Greek to come back into the game. It's 40 to Tazzo, 9 to Greek here, trailing. Tazzo was definitely the one of the dark horses of the last tournament. He came out not playing a single game for, I don't know, 6 months or so, and as soon as the tournament came out, he decided to enter, and he ended up being, I think it was a number 4 seed, I believe, because he was a really good player back in the days. As you can see, he's giving it to Greek, the current number 3 player in Australia, according to the 1 versus 1 tournament placings. As Greek was seeded 5 in this current one. I think it was seeded approximately the same the last tournament as that Cromwell 95. Not 95, is it Cromwell 95? I think so. If that's the case, that means special units were definitely around. The new special units were definitely around, because the Cromwell 95 was one of the new ones to give UK, I guess, a bit of a even Stevens look to balancing to balance the UK to the STU, and also what's the other one called, the 105 for the American team here. As there goes some radio up there, so Greek has got a radio up too, so really it's not playing Greek style. Greek is playing very strange. He's playing an infantry kind of player with lots of tricky moves there. As a Pack 40s on the field, should be able to take out that Sherman quite easily. Decent buy there. He definitely needed something powerful to hold that straight to spawn, but that 105 is going to be quite dangerous for it. Sorry, not 105, the 95mm, with that AA covering that point. So the half track is also coming in from Tazzo, a repaired half track, so nice move there, as this Sherman should be getting taken out by that Pack 40. Where is that Pack 40 gone? It's just running beyond that hill. It really should have probably stayed at that spawn area to actually shoot at it. So nice radio up move here by Greek. Wow, Tazzo just didn't notice it at all, as you can see. Turning way too soon, and there it goes. Wow, did you see that? Beautiful radio up shot there by Greek, taking out the Crusader AA, the 95mm, and the half track all in one blow. So Tazzo must have been looking at something else or scratching his balls. As Tazzo said, good shot, old chap. And I did do LMAO as well. So that I laughed now, and I laughed probably 1 year ago. So that was quite funny indeed. As that pack 38 is decrewed. Where's that pack 40? That pack 40 must have been destroyed. So as he killed those units with that radio op, the Sherman must have taken out those 280 guns, which shouldn't have happened. That pack 40 really should have taken out that Sherman. So heavy MG in the placement behind that fence. It's actually been turreted by a bazooka and tracked as well. So a good possible chance for Greek to throw that bazooka at it. Can he do it? Running it up now. Shot. Ooh, takes out hull damage, but loses its life in the process. As a Matilda there by Mr. Tazzo, covering that point. So really pretty safe buy, I guess, with the Matilda. But I'm not sure if that pack 40 is still out. If that pack 40 is out, it's going to be quite sad for that Matilda. Won't be able to last too long. So 9 to 44, Greek managed to get a few more points by holding the centre point for a little while, but the Matilda is going to stop him for a while. Shot bounce, I believe that's from the pack 38. Is it the 38? I'm not too sure on that hill. Is that the pack 41? Let's just have a look. It looks like a pack 41 from the distance. Has a radio up again on the left hand side and the middle. Wow, it's multiple shots for radio up there. It's interesting. It must have been just behind that factory. The radio up takes the Crusader AA, and it's going to take out this Matilda as well. Wow. So Greek's basically a radio up hero at the moment, and really not his style. As the Matilda takes out the AT gun there with one shot. Another shot by the radio up should be able to take out the Matilda quite easily. It's 81 to Greek, 93 to Tazzo by points, but Greek is taking out heaps more units in terms of with the radio up, that's for sure. So it doesn't actually get counted to your actual kill count, so he's probably double the points of Tazzo at the most. So Greek has the full opportunity to charge you. He just needs to shoot that radio one more time at that Matilda. There it goes. And it should be dead. Haven't actually seen much radio up play in this current tournament. This current one, this is one tournament, the Anzac Mail number 2. I don't recall at all people using radio up. I suppose these days people don't actually buy heavy tanks or sit them in areas. It's mainly just infantry players to attack points quickly. People spamming their infantry points, one pointers, instead of buying all these heavy special point units. So radio up, I guess, has the less effectiveness only because the flags are more separated. So it's less use, because if you stay on one point, it's a bit hard to go change your radio up's position. And also because there's less heavy tanks or less bigger tanks to take it out with the radio up, so it won't be that worth it unless you have a big tank you want to take out. So that MG is still there. The Matilda surprisingly still alive. That radio up at last didn't do much to it. Tazzo is capturing the centre here. Pinned down by that MG though. Not anymore. Matilda's going to take him out. Where is that radio up from Greek? He just needs to shoot it one more time again, maybe towards the side. As Tazzo still has the centre though. As what's that from Greek in the distance? A light vehicle? Ooh, this is more Greek style here. Here's the 222. Not going to do much. It's just reversing backwards here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe it's a micro issue there. So he's taking out his first guy, Commando, finally. And he may just go charging in. Just staying there. Nope, takes it out. And that's a Crusader AA. And should be able to easily take out the 222, so there it goes any moment now. No, it's... Oh, no, there it goes at last. So nothing to take that out, I don't think it is. No, a P3. Nice counter by Greek. Should be able to take it out quite easily, but it won't be able to take out the Matilda unless you APCR it from the side. So nothing to take out the Matilda. Possibly that radio up got killed by something else, as I haven't seen it back or seen any red smoke flares for a very long time. As the Crusader goes away to the distance, so that P3 now is going to attack. So Greek, not knowing his tanks possibly, and this is a bit more, I guess, a better player these days, as he's facing against Matilda here, but I think it's turrets down, so it's going back and forth. Greek is unsure here. Now he's sure. He's going to go right in there and take it out. APCR, Greek, APCR, you can do it. No, moving back again. Unsure. Turrets it. So before it wasn't turreted, maybe it was main gun before. So it's definitely now quite useless, and takes it out there. So nice shot there by Greek. Greek's definitely winning in the terms of kill count there, as that mortar's still pounding away. I think that's Greek's mortar, so you should possibly want to hold fire on that. Yeah, as you can see, the top left corner, Greek has killed his own troops there. That mortar hasn't changed its ground fire position since the start of the game. Let's see if he has changed it. Yep, the mortar has stopped firing, and he's finally not capping the point because there's definitely something else in there. So one guy hiding behind the pipe perhaps missed a sneaky little Tazzo there somewhere. So 9 to 57, Greek hasn't been taking the middle flag for a long time, but has been killing a lot of units with the radio up. There's another Crusader. Is it the same Crusader? No, it's the same Crusader that ran away in the fog of war. But Greek finally capturing the centre. It's looking to be quite a long game, as a 6-pounder there by Mr. Tazzo, and a Crusader. Good combination, 6-pounder and a Crusader. One to kill the tanks, which is quite a good one, 6-pounder, and one to kill infantry was Crusader. So it was able to bait the P3 to come out to take the Crusader, and then that's when the actual 6-pounder will counter it. And as I think it's a 105. Yeah, it is a no, not a 105. It's a 95mm. So Tazzo's spent 8 points so far. He lost the other one to radio up, but I believe he also bought some Blackwatch. I'm pretty sure I saw that MG, so he's probably spent all his special points. Greek, I haven't noticed him spent too many special points. Maybe he hasn't. I noticed a veteran sniper, but that's really about it. I didn't see Brandenburgers or the sort. Brandenburgers is something that's taken off recently. Back in the days in this tournament, nobody used Brandenburgers in stealth, but pretty much that's the best unit the Germans have in the game. I think by watching a lot of the videos, people are starting to learn that these Brandenburgers can really change the game for the Germans. Be able to take out any units, even though if it doesn't take out a unit, you can provide line of sight to the enemy front, because you can sneak up guys up to 15 meters, as I've probably told you 1,000 times. So that's enough for me. As a P3 is reversing, scared from that 6-pounder, which it should be. It should definitely hide behind the building. As moving back. So it's quite static, really, these non-RFR maps. You see all the action is centered around this area here. Everyone's just camping. Not much action. The Greek is still holding on, so it's 14 to 58. Ticking up the Greek slowly, as I see, what's that? It's a Sherman, so it's very strange play here. Everyone's spying all these counters here. So Tazzo really has so much things on the field. I think he can't field much infantry because he's got a Sherman, a 95mm, 6-pounder, Crusader AA. He must have maybe one squad or less. Wow, tracked here. Oh, bad luck there by Mr. Greek there. Maybe I'll take the side shot. He can fire first. Oh no, crew injured, so it looks like the Sherman may get it, but it is in a very bad position there. Ooh, can Greek get the side shot? Ooh, Greek, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? Fire that gun with that P3. This is a disaster. This probably must be what could have cost Greek the game here, or I can't remember who won this game. I don't want to give away spoilers, in fact, as that P3 is gone, and that really should have died, that Sherman. The Greek just possibly didn't micro that properly. Really, this game you need to focus on the unit you need to micro. Basically, on the field at that time, nothing on there should have been microed. I think it was microing that Pack 41, which is that miniature AT gun. It shouldn't actually be microed at that stage, because it was impossible to penetrate it. As there it goes, it dies. The radio up's still there, so Greek didn't actually notice to use that radio up before. It's shooting down, or maybe... actually, sorry, I forgot about the radio up, so he actually did spend 4 points. I don't know if this is his next radio up, this second radio up. As there's a lot of sitting ducks here on the field for Greek, so if he got another P3, just sideshot that Sherman and then take out the Crusader AA, then it'll be happy days for him there. That's what he should have done back in the days. So 20 to 58, Greek is now losing the center point. 95mm pounding away at Greek's units. So Greek actually bought an AT gun with the 95mm on the field. That's a big no-no there, because as you can see, it's just totally been destroyed. As the P3 finally comes out, it's a good buy from Greek, as the past Greek is definitely listening to my comments now. As that P3 is coming up. Oh no, you're taking the wrong angle. It's so dangerous. You can see here, it's so open there. It could be anything in the distance there. It could take Greek out, and he decides to come out this way, and he's going to get grenaded there. He should have just came out from the other side, popped up above the hill, and just shot at Sherman on the side at maximum range, no worries, and then he would be safe. So that's a big suicidal move by Greek. So we can see Greek's suicidal tendencies in his current gameplay has improved, but it definitely stemmed from here. So he has fixed it quite a bit recently, as that Sherman has perished to the Pack 40, but the 105 should be able to take it out very soon. Maybe the next shot. Here it goes, fires, misses, nothing killed yet. So Greek holding back at that point once again, as the Crusader AA is moving in. Destroys that MG. Pack 40 misses. May get decrewed here. Oh, it does get decrewed, so now the 105 should be able to take it out. It's just waiting on the reload most likely. And that Pack 40 is no more. So big no-no. If you cannot protect your guns... Ooh, where was that guy shooting? So that 105 just shot literally 15 meters away from the Pack 40's position. So Pack 40 has a shot. Main guns the Crusader, doesn't kill it. 105, Pack 40 has another shot, yes. I think the 105 will be able to fire next, right about now. No, it's probably in DC now, it just hasn't been microed correctly. As Greek is able to escape with the Pack 40, just relocating because that 105 will be able to bombard it on its next shot. As a commando squad, I believe. I can see, no, it's not a commando squad, or is it? It is a commando squad coming to the center. We'll be able to overwhelm the 3 troops, or 2 troops now, of Greek in the center. Storms it with the grenades. Greek throwing down a radio barrage, but will miss, as the commandos will just run forward, as he's doing. But running forward to the MG as well, so not a bad play there actually by Greek, taking out a few commandos. 1 commando with the radio blast, but a lot more with the MG, taking out 3 or so of the commandos. But nevertheless, Tazzo is able to push through in the center. So it's really pretty boring in my opinion, these maps. It's just bombardments in the center, back and forwards. Counters versus counters. A few bad buys here, as you can see. Greek has definitely improved as of late from last year. So spamming a Voltron Force, I believe. Not going to do much in the center, and he's bought a Nibble as well. So Greek actually hasn't changed his artillery play for special points. He's been spamming the Nibble, or not spamming, using the Nibble in the current 1 versus 1 tournament, and also in team games where Greek, I don't know, Stu is much better in my opinion, as if you count the reload time and also the amount of shells that the Nibble shoots, you can actually shoot more shells from the Stu than the Nibble can actually dispatch in that time, plus the reload rate. So with the Stu being basically pinpoint accurate, it's a no-brainer to go to Stu in my opinion. The only reason why you go a Nibble is, I suppose, if you want to if you have low CP, I guess that's the only reason. If you just really need that extra bit of CP, which isn't much. So Nibble's firing here. It's going to take out 1 or 2 guys for expensive shells. You can see nothing happening. It's taking out 2 guys, so pretty much a waste of a shell there. It's not going to really do much to help him win the game here, as Tazzo's commando is still in the center. Just going to chop up the Voltron that come in. Another Voltron force here by Greek. Not going to do much again. Possibly low on MP, as they'll just get chewed up. And the 105, 95mm bombardment with the commandos. Those Voltron will never make it. So 224 to Tazzo, Greek to 146. But Greek's definitely on a bit higher, I reckon, because he got the kills for the radio up, which doesn't count. 24, Greek trailing to 65, so it doesn't look good for Greek here. So on Tazzo's side, he's got a 95mm. What else has he got? How can we get back in this game? If you were Greek, how would you get back in this game? He's got 95mm. What else has he got? It's a 6-pounder. I think that's all Tazzo has. So he's got 80 capability. He's got 95mm. I think he's got a Crusader AA around as well, so it's pretty damn tough to actually beat. Only way I can possibly come back is maybe go heavier tank, in my opinion. This is actually what you need in this kind of map, where it's a straight and very, very, I guess, narrow map, where this heavy tank can actually hold influence on most of the map. If you hold it, put it in the center of the map, just make sure it's covered correctly, you can kill anything. So that tank could possibly take out the 6-pounder. If it was a Tiger of some sort, it'll be able to withstand the 6-pounder, or even a H from distance, take out the 6-pounder, take out the Sherman, take out the 95mm. So he needs a heavy tank here, Greek, as that 95mm takes out that AT gun there. I think that was the Pack 40 relocated. So there's no AT capability now. Puma here, not a good buy here. Basically, that 95mm can take it out, Crusader AA can take it out, the 6-pounder can take it out. Basically, it may do okay if it's just versus 95, because you could be able to flank 95 because it takes a while to reload if it misses the first shot. But then there's all these basic fallbacks that Tazzo can depend upon now. So he's probably turning his AT gun, he's turning all his tanks, aiming for that. But I think the 95mm might just get it. I bet you the AT gun's gonna get it. The 6-pounder's turned. It's gonna get it. 6-pounder? No. Oh, wow. It actually did something. Wow, Greek definitely gets lucky with wow, engine damage as well. Wow. And takes it out. No, hull pierced. It's going to get taken out before that. So 80 guns turned. Well, turret would say every damage possible except destroyed. As a 6-pounder is definitely turning it. Wow, hits that well. Bad luck in reverses, and that 6-pounder is definitely turned. Wow, shot bounces as well from the AT gun. Wow, it's going to take that away. You should take it away, Greek. Take it away. Oh no. That could have been so much better. It could have taken out that 95, could have taken out the 6-pounder, and then could have ran away with the 25-pounder, or ran away with the 6-pounder back to base. Even that Piat bounced off it, so that was game changing there, but wow. That's quite funny there. It blows up and takes that 25mm, so it wasn't all in vain. In fact, just Tazzo responded very slowly there to that attack from the Puma, which was coming a mile away. As the Kubel here is coming up by Greek. Not going to do much because it's just going to just get killed by the 95mm. Actually 95mm is dead. It might be okay, but it'll just get chewed up by the Bren or those infantry there. There's too much cover on the field. As the Crusade AA is repaired, and it's going to be mincemeat now. That Kubel is going to get torn apart by the 20mm. So it's 82-24. Tazzo is still in the lead by a lot, and I don't think Greek can come back here unless he gets a heavy tank. Greek needs a heavier tank. A H will be the best thing at the moment, as I don't think Tazzo can afford anything to take it out. But I don't think Greek can afford anything because he's spamming Voltstrom at this stage, and Kubels. Nope, not going to work. So it doesn't look good at all. And thank goodness we don't have to play Workshop in the R5 games. As in the next international, the first international tournament, 1v1 tournament, we are going to get rid of Snow Heights because it's slightly unbalanced, but it's a bit boring in the gameplay. It's very quick. If one side wins, they can pretty much take the advantage. That's why we're taking that out. We have also taken out, what is it taken out? Tramway, because one side you can infest very easily, and the gameplay is a bit boring in that sense. It's a bit unfair for one side as well. And also we have taken out, what's that other one? Stalingrad, yes. Only because one flag is pretty useless, because it's got this really big house where you can't throw grenades over and it's just static. So it's really 2-flag fight. And also pathfinding is horrible. There's all these obstacles around there which things don't go around properly. So 90 to Tazzo here, 24 to Mr. Greek. Trailing still, and Greek buying 8 infantry for some reason, not sure why, because nothing's going to pop out, especially with that AA gun. It's just going to get mowed to shreds. So wonder what Greek will be thinking watching his games previous in the past. He'll probably be yelling at himself as well not to buy these units. He would definitely want revenge. I think he did get his revenge. I don't know who took out Tazzo by this tournament. Was it Greek? Tazzo, not too sure, but he was definitely eliminated quite early in the tournament, as unexpectedly. He was seeded 4th in this current Anzac Mail tournament number 2, and I didn't even make it very far in the 2nd or 3rd round or so. But Greek has definitely made it all the way to basically come 3rd. So Greek says GG, and I say GG. So good game, and it's a good blast from the past, seeing some of these how these players play, but definitely seeing how bad the maps were at this stage. So thank goodness we found the R5 maps. Thank you to the makers of those R5 maps. The Nibblewolf has killed himself as well. Panzer Trek ends up being quite useful and takes it out, but good game, guys. You have definitely improved this year compared to last year, and so keep a lookout. I think the grand finals are on Thursday for the number 2 tournament. So if you're still listening, it's around 9 PM Melbourne time, Australia, and it'll be casted live as well. So thanks for watching.